こんにちは、ハリケーンフットボールです。今回の教材は、クリスタルパレスの鎌田大地に関する動画です。クリスタルパレスは、プレミアリーグ第7節でエバートンと対戦し、2対1で逆転負けを喫しました。今回は、試合直後のオリバー・グラスナーのプレスカンファレンスですが、ここでもグラスナーが話している通り、60分か70分くらいまでは、勝ちゲームのように見えたものの、終盤76分にペナルティキックで同点とされると、後半アディショナルタイムに劇的の逆転弾を受け、公式戦無敗も19試合でストップしてしまいました。グラスナーは敗戦に落胆しつつも、チームとして良いプレーだったこと、中盤でもうまくウォートンと鎌田がスペースに動き良いプレーをしていたことも話しています。実際にどのように話しているのか、チェックしてみましょ
う。Oliver, how disappointed were you with that defeat and also the nature of the defeat?
Massively disappointed everyone because it hurts how the game was played. So I've seen 60, 70 minutes, a fantastic performance of our team. And yeah, once again, we didn't decide the game when we could have decided it. It's happened a few times. And I think this is when I'm, let's say now having played, I think 12 games in this season. So when it was the first defeat, and I think, let's say this is maybe the missing link to be really a top team in the Premier League, is having this efficiency and decide the game when you can decide. I think you don't have more clear chances than we had in the first 60 minutes when you play away at Everton. Very good team, very well organized, and then as long as it's 1-0, it's always everything is possible. And then we made one mistake in defense, and we don't make many mistakes in our defense, but we made one, and they got the penalty, and the game was open. Yeah, and then it was who gets the lucky punch and takes it. Today it was Everton, so congrats to them. But yeah, it really hurts because we all feel it was our fault.
You've spoken before about the importance of momentum. Do you think that that's also kind of what decided the game today, with after the equaliser that Everton just had the momentum and you didn't?
Yes, yeah. And again, it feels for me because we let them in the game, yeah, because we didn't take our clear chances. First half, fantastic performance. I remember the last game. So last year we lost both games 2-1. But when I compare the performances, so I think this was by far the best one. Yeah, and but 1-0 is, and then it's Premier League football. Every team every team can score in the Premier League. Yeah, with one situation with set plays, and this happened today. And but on the other side, it's part of a development. Yeah, that we're now. It's never a straight line up. I think we have made a few steps forward in the last couple of months, and yeah, today we have to feel this disappointment, this pain, and then we will learn from it and try to improve it.
It seemed like some of your players looked quite tired, sort of late on in the game, or sort of after the sort of, as you say, like 70th minute. Do you think that the sort of result was partly down to the number of games you played and the number of minutes in their legs at all? You don't think that was anything to do with it?
No, it would be cheap excuse and it's easy to say, but we will have to schedule hopefully until the end of the season, because then we have a long journey in the cup competitions, and I think nobody had this feeling for 60 minutes. Yeah? And when we are maybe 2 or 3-0 up, I think the game ends completely different. Yeah? And then everybody would say, wow, no physical issue. And it was just, when you get the equalizer at home, you get the momentum. Yeah? You get the energy again. And for us, yes, it's and also the players are feeling it. Yeah? Then you have in your mind, we could have decided it already, yeah. And so that's going on. We tried to bring on a few fresh legs, but today it didn't work.
And just a slight positive, Jeremy Pino seems to have played really well, both against Dinamo Kyiv and today as well. How pleased are you with how he's settled in and how he's sort of starting to make a bigger difference?
Yeah, very pleased. So it's exactly why we signed him. Yeah, he's such an understanding of the pitch, great work of the space. Sorry, how he moves in the right areas, how confident he is with the ball, and he also has a great work ethic. You know, how he is working out of possession and always supporting our wing backs. So yeah, it's very, very positive how he's performing and how how quick he has settled in.
Gentleman there.
Hi, Oliver. Just in terms of the unbeaten run as a whole ending, I mean, 19 games and it looks so close to being 20. How big an achievement was it to actually go on a run of that length?
The wrong question today. I'm a terrible loser, so maybe in the international break I can reflect on this great run. But I told the players, but I think when I talk about it, it's not my feeling at the moment. Even I know it, but I told the players that they can be really proud on themselves. It's the next chapter they wrote into Crystal Palace history book after winning 2 trophies. Now the longest unbeaten run in history in over 120 years or whatever. So it's a huge achievement from the players, and so they deserve all the credit. And on the other side, it just feels, I still feel it should have been at least 20 now. So yeah, but it's now time. Also, sometimes you need. Now I think maybe we need to feel this pain again. You don't want it, but sometimes you need it, and to make the next step forward. And now his fingers are crossed with many players going on the international duties, that everybody comes back fit and healthy, and then we will go on starting the next one.
Thank you.
Hi, Oliver. Jack Grealish just went on TV and said that Adam Wharton was the best player on the pitch in his opinion. There's a lot been made about England and Adam. I just wanted to get your thoughts on his performance today.
Oh yes, it was very good, but not just this game, in many games, and I think it's exactly showed where he's excellent, how quick he finds solutions, and what I like today, because sometimes we're speaking about he's always passing with 1 or 2 touches. Sometimes he also can drive the ball, and this is what he showed today. And I think we had a very good setup today. We knew either they press us man to man, and we wanted to go in behind quickly, or when they've just like in the first half, and Jai as 110, and then it's difficult to control both of our 6s, and Adam and Daichi worked so well in these spaces, and then we could always break the first pressing line and could run. So this is also how the goal happened. Yeah, then they went with the midfielder higher, and then we found Jeremy Pino the 10, and the other 10 was free, and we had a 2v1 or at the end a 3v2 situation. So I think every player worked so well, and then Adam knows, because his understanding, because of his pre-orientation, he always has the solution before he gets the ball, but the players have to be in the right areas, and they have done it today great over a long period, but wasn't good enough.
Oliver, you know at Crystal Palace, with the way your fans are, how passionate and noisy they are, what an impact they can play on the game. How worried was you about that happening at Everton today at this new stadium, and the way the fans are on top of the players?
Every fan deserves huge credit for the support, especially in England, and I love every single stadium. Of course, I love Selhurst most, but it's always a great atmosphere. Wherever I haven't played in one stadium here in England where it wasn't a great atmosphere. So I remember we played Monday evening, 8 o'clock at Doncaster. The rain comes sideways, 2 degrees. You know, you don't go out with your dog in this weather, and the stadium was full and the atmosphere was fantastic. So I think this is what you in England can be really proud of, that the support of your team, and so I think they were quite silent over 60-70 minutes. So also we helped them a little bit to get back, and then yes, it was very loud, and it was a really nice stadium, and unfortunately we lost.
Thank you.
Okay. That's it, everyone. Thanks very much.
次は解説です。今回は難しいボキャブラリーも表現も全くなかったので、普段使いできそうなものを少しだけ解説しています。それでは本日の解説をチェックしてみましょ
う。And also the nature of the defeat.
ネイチャーオブという表現は何かの性質や何かの本質といった意味で、抽象的な内容を説明するときにとてもよく使われます。例えば、The Nature of the Problem は問題の性質。The Nature of the Job は仕事の内容や特徴というように名詞とセットで使うのが基本です。英語ではその中身はどんなものなのかを聞いたり説明したりするときによく登場します。特にビジネスやニュース、学術的な文章では品質です。日本語に訳すときは、何々の性質、何々の内容、何々のあり方など、文脈に合った自然な表現に言い換えるのがポイントです。使いこなせると表現の幅が広がります。
And also the nature of the defeat. And also the nature of the defeat.
And I think, let's say this is maybe the missing link.
ミッシングリンクは、欠けている重要なつながりや決定的な要素という意味の英語表現です。もともとは進化論に由来し、人類と類人猿をつなぐ中間種を意味しましたが、今では比喩的に最後に足りないものや成功に必要な要素として幅広く使われています。ビジネス、科学、スポーツ、日常会話など、あらゆる場面で使える便利な表現です。輪っかになっているリンクに欠けている部分があるイメージで、特に、あるプロセスや関係を完成させるために、何かがまだ足りないと感じたときに使います。言い換えると、最後のピースや鍵となる要素などが近いです。
And I think, let's say this is maybe the missing link. And I think, let's say this is maybe the missing link. And then it was who gets the lucky punch and takes it to.
ラッキーパンチは、もともとボクシングで偶然相手に決まった一撃を指す言葉です。日本語でも使いますが、今ではスポーツ全般や日常会話で、まぐれの一発や思いがけない幸運な勝利という意味でもよく使われます。例えばサッカーの試合で一方的に攻められていたチームが、終了間際に1点を取って勝ってしまう、そんな時に使われます。技術や実力というより、運が味方した時に使われる表現です。
And then it was who gets the lucky punch and takes it to. And then it was who gets the lucky punch and takes it to because his understanding, because of his pre-orientation.
プレオリエンテーションは、プレーや行動の前に自分の周囲を見渡し、情報を得ておく、事前の認識や準備のことを指します。サッカーで使われる場合、パスを受ける前に首を振って味方や敵の位置、空いているスペースなどを把握する行動がこれにあたります。これにより、ボールを受けてからの判断が早くなり、プレーの質が大きく向上します。一般的なオリエンテーションに、プレーがついた言葉で、スポーツだけでなく、新入社員研修や教育現場でも、導入前の準備として使われることがあります。認知力や判断力を語る上で重要なキーワードです。
Because his understanding, because of his pre-orientation, because his understanding, because of his pre-orientation.
At this new stadium and the way the fans are on top of the players.
On top of は、直訳の何かの上にという意味だけでなく、比喩的な意味を多く持つ非常に便利な表現です。基本の意味は、物理的に何かの上にという意味ですが、何かに加えて、何かを把握している、何かを管理している、何かに圧をかけている、など、様々な場面で使われます。特に日常英会話やビジネス英語、ニュースなどでも品質で、文脈によって適切に訳す力が求められます。例えば、on top of that は、その上にという接続語的な使い方として非常に自然です。理解が深まると、話す表現も書く表現も幅がぐっと広がります。
At this new stadium and the way the fans are on top of the players. At this new stadium and the way the fans are on top of the players.
いかがでしたか？鎌田大地はいつも通り、淡々と、堅実なプレーをしていたように見えますし、シュート2本、タックル8回、リカバリー7回、デュエル勝利数11回と、特に守備ではかなり良いスタッツもありつつ、決定的なパスやビッグチャンスクリエイトのようなものはほとんどなく、他の選手と同じように、疲れからか、少し動きが遅れているかなと思うような場面もありました。鎌田大地が交代してから中盤がコントロールできなくなったと、日本人が声高々に発信しているようなものも見受けられ、現地のファンも、少しはそう感じたようなリアクションなどもありましたが、それが勝敗に明らかに寄与したとまでは、個人的にあまり感じませんでしたが、結果としては鎌田が交代した後の失点により、鎌田の評価が下がることがなかったように思います。チームとしては公式戦無敗が19でストップしてしまったのは残念ですが、負けた試合にしては良いパフォーマンスだったとは思いますので、負けたはじめ、決定力が改善すること、あるいは、鎌田大地が得点をそろそろ上げ始めることも期待しながら、次戦以降も楽しみにしたいと思います。最後にプレゼント企画のお知らせです。サッカー日本代表のブラジル戦の観戦チケットを、一組2名様にプレゼントいたします。以前も少しご案内しましたが、 一緒に見に行ってくれる方がいなかったので、購入済みのチケットをプレゼントしたいと思います。試合は10月14日火曜日、味の素スタジアムにて、19時半キックオフです。チケットの受け渡しは、チケット JFA にて QR チケットを送付しますので、アカウントがない方は、新規登録をお願いしたいと思います。転売について規制のある、特定興行入場券に該当するチケットですので、万が一観戦に行けない場合などの再譲渡などに関しては、譲渡に関する条件などをご確認の上、独自の判断でお願いいたします。席はカテゴリー4にあたる席で、オリジナル価格は15,500円のものです。応募方法は X にて、好きなサッカー選手の名前をハッシュタグで記載の上、該当ポストをリポストしてください。X の該当ポストは、の動画の概要欄にも添付しています。応募者が50名以上になる条件付きで、1名の方にペアチケットをプレゼントいたしますので、50名以上の応募者となるよう、皆さんふるってご応募ください。10月7日火曜日を期限に、当選者には、すぐにご連絡いたしますので、X にてメッセージが受け取れる設定をご確認ください。ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。またすぐにお会いしましょう。